Today we're going to find out about Daniel from the book of Daniel in chapter 6. A new king came to power in Babylon. His name was King Darius, and Darius had a very large kingdom. One day he appointed 3 wise rulers to help take care of his people. One of these rulers was Daniel. So Daniel was a very hard worker. He always did a good job, and the people trusted him. King Darius liked Daniel. The king also noticed that Daniel prayed to his God 3 times a day. One day, King Darius decided to put Daniel in charge of his kingdom, and once Daniel was in charge, only the king would be more important than him. So when some of the other rulers who worked for the king Darius heard about the king's decision, they were jealous. Many other people who worked for King Darius were jealous too. They did not want the king to be proud of Daniel. They wanted the king to be proud of them. They tried to think of some way to make the king angry at Daniel. "We will never make Daniel look bad," said the first ruler. "He always does a good job." They thought, and then the second ruler said, "Maybe we can get him into trouble because he is always praying to his God." "I think you're right," said one of the king's workers. They came up with a plan, and then they went to see the king. "King Darius, may you live forever," said the rulers as they stood before him. "We have written a new law, and we want you to sign it. This law says for the next 30 days, no person in your kingdom can pray to any other man or god. They can only ask things of you. Anyone who does not obey this law must be thrown into the lion's den." Well, King Darius liked the new law, and he liked the idea that only he could grant his people their request. So King Darius signed the law. Then he decided to announce the signing of the new law to his people. He sent out his helpers to tell everyone in the kingdom the news. The rulers were happy that their plan was working. They ran to Daniel's house to see what he would do about the new law. So when Daniel first heard about the law, he did not know what to do. "Maybe I should stop praying. After all, the law is only for 30 days, he thought. But Daniel knew it would not be right to stop praying to God. "If I put my trust in God," thought Daniel, "I'm sure he will take care of me." That evening, Daniel knelt down and said his prayers as usual, and when the others saw him praying, they ran to tell the king. "King Darius," they cried, "someone broke your law." The king wanted to know who it was, and it was Daniel. They shouted, "You must throw him in the lion's den." The king knew he had been tricked, and he tried to think of a way to save Daniel, but he could not. He called for Daniel and said, "You have broken the law, and I cannot help you." The guards threw Daniel in the lion's den, and Daniel prayed to God. He asked God to take care of him. The king could not sleep that night because he was so worried about Daniel. As soon as the sun came up, King Darius ran to see if his friend was still alive. When the king got to the lion's den, he shouted, "Daniel, has your God saved you? Are you safe, my friend?" "Yes, king," Daniel shouted back, "I am alive. God sent an angel to close the mouths of the lions. I am safe." King Darius was happy. He ordered that Daniel be removed from the den, and they were glad to see each other. Daniel was safe because he had trusted God. So right away, King Darius issued a new law. The new law told everyone about God, and it also told how God had saved Daniel by protecting him from the lions. The king wanted everyone to know the wonderful things God did to protect Daniel. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story, and again, you can look in your Bible at home in Daniel chapter 6 to find more about Daniel. Hope you have a great day. Bye.